Hello, Ravens. This is me, Garrett Anderson, joined with my two fellow comrades. Today, we have a mock draft because today is the draft. As you can tell, I'm very pumped for this. Been looking forward to this since I woke up. So, let's get started, shall we? So, Harrison's got the mouse. Essentially, they're going to be doing whatever I tell them to. So,
I'm here too.
with the first pick, the Raiders take Mendoza. I think we've known this since.
That's facts.
I think we've known this since the season ended.
Yeah.
Oliver is stupid, and he thinks it's not going to be Mendoza.
They're trading the pick to the New York Jets.
What goes through your head when you think something like that? I don't know, but
because
it's
they
just
threw
not wise.
$172 million at Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, they're the Raiders. They have that money.
Well, I don't see why they would pay $170 million to a quarterback.
Well,
if they were
he's
planning
not
on
getting
taking
$170 million. It's
Really
his contract is
If they,
his
why would they
contract
give
is
him
voided after 2 years.
$38 million a year
Yeah.
if they're going to draft
Yeah,
Fernando
just
Mendoza.
ignore him.
All right.
The Jets, honestly, I have them taking David Bailey.
I also-
Personally, I don't think it's Arvell Reese. I think David Bailey's a better just overall prospect.
I agree with this.
I think the Jets need more flashy, like boom or bust potential than like Arvell Reese. You know,
He is the flashy boomer bust prospect.
that's what I'm saying. Take David Bailey. Arvell Reese, I think, is more NFL ready than David Bailey, but I think David Bailey has a higher ceiling
I
ceiling
agree
than
with this pick.
Arvell
I have
Reese.
David.
I'll take
I have
David
David
Bailey.
at 2.
I take
I'm
David
outvoted,
Bailey.
guys. I personally had Arvell Reese.
I like this from G. Shiesty.
I'm outvoted.
Let's go David Bailey.
Let's go David Bailey. The Cardinals, I got them taking Spencer Fanu, personally. I mean, sorry, what's this? The guy
Francis
from Miami. I'm
Mauigoa.
not even going to try
I'm
to.
coming in with a take.
Okay, come in with it.
They have the least jersey sales and least attendance in the NFL last year. They need a guy that's going to sell jerseys and really show up and make fans want to go to the games. Jeremiah Love.
No.
No.
They don't have a running back.
James Conner.
Trey Benson.
No, he's hurt.
When he's not hurt, James Conner. Trey Benson. That just doesn't make a lot of sense.
I have
to
Francis Mauigoa going at 3.
I'll take him. That's fine. Okay, because we all know who's going number 4. That is going to be Jeremiah Love.
Yep.
That's pretty simple. That's just pretty simple.
Tony Pollard
Giants
is old and Tyjae Spears isn't good.
Now this is where things get really interesting, fellas. All right.
This would be such a Giants pick.
Stick with me here as they take Sonny Styles over Carnell Tate.
I have them taking Jordan Tyson
I'm
at
sorry.
5.
I'm sorry. There's no way Arvell Reese is falling to 5. A team would have traded up and got him by now.
Oh, just you wait, my little boy. Just you wait. It's about to get good.
Is it crazy to say Jordan Tyson at 5?
Yes.
He's a big-bodied receiver. They lost Wandale Robinson, so now
And had less bench presses or ups at the combine or his pro day.
I think his play style fits the Giants better. I like seeing him.
The
pair
Giants
up
have a play style. They draft
to
receivers
Malik
because they need them
Neighbors.
so bad. There is no play style. The Giants are so incredibly
They have a
bad at
good
receiver.
10.
They just don't
Watch
need 'em.
when Jordan Tyson is the number 5 pick to the Giants tonight.
Watch when Jordan Tyson's the number 10 pick to the
Yeah,
Giants.
watch when he falls to 10 because they
Jordan Tyson is your
they
number
traded
5.
Dexter Lawrence
I
and they
guess.
fleeced the Bengals. So wait.
Yeah, they traded Dexter Lawrence. They needed a pass rusher, Arvell Reese.
No, they need a defensive tackle, and
No, they don't.
And no one is
Why do you think they
taking-
traded him? Because they have an overabundance.
no
they
one is
traded them
taking
because they had
Peter
other
Woods at
options.
5.
They traded them because they had other options. They
I
didn't
can
need
tell
him. They
that
got the 10th
Jordan
overall
Tyson
pick
is
from him.
not what we're going to agree on here, so I'm going to move away from that, even though that is my opinion.
Thank you for doing
Um,
that. I am fine with Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles. I think Sonny Styles, obviously, how we saw him with the combine, is going
Freak
to
athlete.
shoot up in this draft. I think he was projected to go like mid-teens to like
He doesn't
low.
make sense.
No, it's not like Arvell Reese or Sonny Styles.
Sonny
I'm fine
Styles
with you.
actually just doesn't make sense.
Why does
He
it
runs
not?
a 4.38,
I have a question for you guys.
Oh, in terms of like
Yeah, he's
athleticism.
just
Oh, okay.
a
That meant for the
freak.
pick. Yeah. So I think he
You
just
don't need to raise your hand. Just talk.
What are you guys' opinions on Kenyon Sadiq at 5?
He's definitely.
I think he's gonna fall. I think he's gonna fall this draft. If the Chiefs or Buccaneers don't take him, he's falling out of the first round. That's my hot take. Unless some team trades back in to get him, I just don't legitimately see if the
Kenyon
if
Sadiq
the
is
Chiefs
really good,
if the
guys.
Chiefs or Buccaneers pass on Kenyon Sadiq, then I think other teams will be like, okay, let's void him because those are the two most tight end needy teams in this draft. And I'll say it right now. Like, obviously, like, could I tell you who the Jets
Screw the
tight end is?
Panthers, I
No, but, I mean, they just need
Thoughts
more.
on Sonny Styles at 5?
I'll take Arvell here. I'll take Arvell.
I like Arvell here.
I like Arvell.
So I guess I said that at the start, and we just all disagreed, and now we're
You
agreeing.
convinced me, all right? Chill out.
We don't want to
Shout out
listen to
you,
you,
bro.
Harrison.
All right, the Browns.
Need it all.
Ooh.
This is wide receiver territory.
This is definitely offense, but I don't.
Can any of you guys name a receiver on their team besides Jerry Jeudy? Jerry Jeudy. That's what I thought.
You are dumber than rocks.
This
you say
is
Judge
receiver
Judy?
Terry. Carnell Tight.
Receiver Terry?
Tight.
Tight?
Carnell Tight.
Receiver territory.
Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, wide receiver from Ohio State.
Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, or Mekhi Lemon. Take your pick.
It's Carnell.
Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate's the best receiver in this draft.
All right, so we can all agree the
I-
Commanders are taking Sonny Styles then. The Commanders are taking Sonny Styles. I don't really think they need a wide receiver. I mean, I feel like
I'm
I feel like
between Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs here.
The only problem with the
Caleb Downs would be a reach of this
The only
pick.
problem
If
with
Caleb
the
Downs really good,
Commanders
he'd be a reach.
is
Caleb Downs is not a reach at
They
7.
did lose
He's
Bobby Wagner, but
insanely
they
good.
signed 2 linebackers to fill a hole, so there's really
Yeah, one of them is an edge rusher. I just feel like Sonny Styles is still the best pick for the Commanders if they're trying to work on this, like, improving their young defense, I guess. I think he's the best pick.
They literally just don't need a linebacker.
Yeah, but he's Sonny Styles.
He is Sonny Styles. I like Sonny Styles.
All right,
This is
Now-
Ruben Bain territory, in my opinion.
here is where we get into the really interesting things, all right? As an NFC South fan, I know about the whole division, right? Tyler Shuck was old as dirt when they drafted him. Look how good he is. Takeem Mesidor because he's 25. It just makes the most sense. They need an edge rusher. It's the number one need. Akeem Mesidor gives you crazy production,
Is
And
he
he
even
is-
going to go first round?
and he is 25. Yes,
Okay,
he's going to go
now,
first round.
me personally, I know I kind of told y'all we weren't really doing trades in this draft. I think the Chiefs are going to trade up to 6 and draft Ruben Bain. But since we're not doing trades,
I think we're past 6.
I'm saying that's what I would
I
have
think the
them
Chiefs
doing
are staying right where they are.
for
I think the Chiefs are
Mansour
not. I think the
Delane.
Chiefs are going to move up to like a high 20s pick.
I think the Chiefs take one of the quarterbacks,
Oh,
either
they're playing
Mansour
now.
Delane or
Yeah.
Jermod McCoy. Because our number one cornerback right now is, what, Noel Williams?
No, Christian Fulton.
That's not much better.
$15 million
I don't know if that is
a
better at
year,
all,
by the way.
actually.
So are we going Ruben Bain?
I'll take Ruben. That's
I
fine.
like Ruben Bain here. Mansour
right.
Delane.
Yeah, man. totally.
Next question.
That's simple. All right. Now, here's where we get to the real interesting. Is it Jordan Tyson or is it Mekhi Lemon? Because it's
Jordan Tyson.
one of the two.
Kyle Lemon's horrible.
It's Jordan.
It's one of those two.
It's
Jordan
Jordan
Tyson.
Tyson.
Jordan Tyson, I'm fine with that.
Jordan
It's one of those
Tyson
two.
has the highest ceiling of any receiver in the draft.
All right.
That's a good take.
Dolphins, they need it all.
Mekhi Lemon.
No.
lost-
That
They-
would be such a reach of this pick.
They lost Tyreek Hill and they lost Jalen Waddle.
Yes,
I
but
think
they're-
their number one
I think they
receiver.
go Caleb Downs.
Yes, but you're forgetting like guys like Omar Cooper are going to be available in like the second and third round. They can
Omar
still
Cooper's
they can
not going to be there in the second or third round.
He'll not in the third, but he'll be in the
I
second round.
think they need to add someone, a young player that's good to their secondary. Just need to add someone that they have because they have such a bad team. They just added
Their
some
team is so
players.
bad in general. They need to go for like. They need to go for like a boom or bust kind of thing because they have nothing going for them.
I think
They might as well take a shot at someone to be really good to be really good now and for like the next 5 years. Then I think like a project. Why would they take Mekhi Lemon here? Because their receivers are terrible.
because
Their cornerbacks are terrible too.
their number
their
one
defensive
receiver
line
right now is Malik Washington.
Yeah, tell me
That's why they
their
take
their
Mekhi
cornerback
Lemon.
number one though.
Cater Kohu.
Who's winning a
Cater
one-on-one?
Kohu. Tell me their
Malik
best defensive lineman right now.
Washington.
Who's winning a one-on-one?
Between who?
Kodu and Washington.
Cater Kohu.
That's horrible.
Did you see long? We
You
wouldn't
guys
we
think
wouldn't
he-
even be able to pick two yet,
Guys,
dummy.
I am outvoted here. I think it's going to be Mekhi Lemon. You guys can take Caleb Downs. I think Caleb Downs.
We haven't even agreed on Caleb Downs
I think
yet.
they
It's just not.
McCoy.
It's that's fine. It's just not gonna be offense. I'm telling you, this team is just so insanely bad
Yep.
that why would they reach at a wide receiver just because it's like the thing they need right
I
now?
don't think 11
Just
for
for
Mekhi
him to
Lemon
be
is a very big reach.
absolutely terrible because all the pressure is gonna be put on him. because he is going to be getting so many targets, you would not believe it, because this team is horrible.
Shiesty, I need
Is that not exactly what happened
you
with
get
Malik
final say.
Neighbors?
Caleb Downs or Jamon McCoy?
I would take Jamar McCoy.
Okay.
Personally.
Number
next?
12.
Because this is where Caleb Downs goes.
Caleb
This
Downs.
is where Caleb Downs goes.
Number 12 is Caleb Downs.
This is where Caleb Downs
If he's
goes.
there.
Which he is, I think this is where Caleb Downs goes. It depends on how secondary needy these teams are. The Rams is interesting because I think they take Spencer Fanu just because
I
this
think
is
this
kind
is
of a
offensive
luxury
line.
pick for them.
The thing for me, though, I don't think a lot of teams are going to like Spencer Fanu because of how short his arms are. Because I think he's going to eventually
Yeah,
move
but I
into
think
guard
that
as a
what's
player.
his
Well,
face
Ruben Bain is
from
still going top 10.
what's
Yeah,
his
but-
Will
face-
Campbell.
But Spencer Fanu's different because he's going to
Campbell's not very
probably.
good. What's his face? Joe Alt from Los Angeles. The
Yeah.
Chargers. His arms are short, and he's doing just
But
fine.
the thing
when
is,
he's
still one of the best
but
tackles
the
in
thing
the
about
league.
Spencer Fanu is he had like historically short arms, and it's different for Ruben Bain because an edge rusher can have short arms. It's just not preferred. But for an offensive tackle, if you have
Would you
short
rather
arms,
go Monroe Freeling?
if you have short arms, the most of the time you get moved into guard.
I mean, it could be Caleb Lawman, honestly, at this point. I think
I think
offensive
Monroe
line-
Freeling for me.
offensive line is the pick here because offensive line, I think, is the only position that the Rams need. They could take and genuinely use him as a day one starter at pick 13.
I
It's,
think
it's
this
Monroe
is Spencer
Freeling for me.
Fano territory.
I think this is Spencer Fano,
All right, I'm
Caleb
out with
Lamu, Monroe Freeling. I really don't care as long
I
as
like
it's not
Spencer
one of those
Fano.
offensive tackles.
We can do that one.
The
Rams,
Ravens,
or
the
Ra-
Ravens
This is where I
just-
have Peter Woods.
That's not bad. Honestly, I don't even hate that. I don't hate Peter Woods here.
Matabike, no.
I think Caleb Banks, honestly, is good. If you guys know ball, you know Caleb Banks
Caleb
from
Banks,
Florida.
he
I think
tackled
he's
from
good, but I
Florida.
think he's going to be a second-round guy. But
Yeah,
I
no.
really like Caleb Banks.
14, I love Caleb Banks. 14 is way too early for that.
Yeah, I
Peter
agree.
Woods
Woods.
is far and away the best defensive tackle.
We'll
in
take
his
Peter
class.
Woods. We'll take Peter Woods.
We got
This is
Peter.
Peter Woods there.
All right. Now this is where I cook.
Kenyon
Now
City.
this is my team. I know what we're doing here.
Kenyon
So
Sadiq.
lots of mock drafts have us going Akeem Mesidor. The
And Kenyon
the
Sadiq.
production's really good. I think the talent is there. The only problem is he's going to be a rookie who will be 25, who will be turning 26 before the end of the NFL season.
Wow.
That is scary. If your rookie is turning the same age as Joe Burrow in 2026, that is not good, actually. That is just really unpleasant. But, I mean, he's really, really good, though. Like that, there's a reason why an edge rusher who's gonna be 26 for the end of the season is projected to go to like the Buccaneers at pick 15, because the input
Because
and
he's
the
very
production he gives is incredibly good. And then kind of the other side, like complete opposite, Keldrick Falk is only 20 years old, well 21. And he is just not that good in my opinion, but he is an incredibly like raw like athlete coming into this who they're expecting to be like NFL trained kind of, I guess. So they're expecting like Akeem Mesidor is like the NFL ready kind of player. Keldrick Falk is the project. I think personally it's Akeem Mesidor. I don't hate Kenyon Sadiq. I don't even hate the Kenyon Sadiq
My
thing.
mock draft had Keldrick Falk at 15.
I think it's Akeem Mesidor or Keldrick Falk. I would be more happy tonight when the draft happens if his name is called at 15. I wouldn't be upset
Who
if
are you
Keldrick
saying? Who's he?
Akeem Mesidor.
Okay.
I
I say
wouldn't
we go
be.
Dylan Thieneman.
I say you shut up. Sorry, that was my
I'm kidding.
I said we go Ty Simpson.
No. Okay. So I think personally that is going to be Akeem Mesidor. I mean, I get Keldrick Falk. I get Kenyon Sadiq. I won't be mad if either of those
I don't
three
have a
names are
problem with
called.
Mesidor at 15.
I think Kenyon Sadiq would be the guy to take here if they didn't give Cade Otton, who's just the most average of average tight ends in the league, 3
Doesn't wear
years,
gloves.
$30 million.
Doesn't
No,
wear gloves,
I think it's
kinda
Akeem Mesidor.
It's a little bit better than 5 years, 172 million.
Stop talking. I agree with Mesidor.
I have no problems with Akeem Mesidor at 15.
Jets. This is
Makai
Makai
Lemon.
Lemon. This is
Makai-
Makai Lemon.
I think it's
Lemon.
crazy that he fell. I think a good team might trade up and get him though.
I think it's Makai Lemon.
My
The
mock draft had
Lions.
Casey
This
Concepcion
right
at
here is Freeling or Caleb Lamu as well.
Absolutely.
Who retired this year?
Taylor Decker.
Taylor Decker.
I think they go Freeling.
I think it's one of those two. It's definitely offensive lineman this year.
I'm not ruling out Caden Proctor here.
Especially who their coach is. He loves working he loves using his game through the trenches.
Oh,
whether
but
it be
like-
defensive line or offensive line.
Caleb Lamu. Like the Panay Sewell build, you get me?
Exactly. Like
I'm
how
They might pair those two.
I think Caleb Lamu is better than. I mean,
I'm
No, sorry,
not
never mind.
ruling out Caden Proctor, but I think my mock has the Lions going Caleb Lomu here.
All right, I like that. The Panay Sewell build.
This is where I have Dylan Thieneman going, I believe, was 18 to the Vikings. But I could also see like a defensive tackle here. I could see Caden McDonald here as well.
Yeah.
But I did have Dylan Thieneman. He is far and away undoubtedly the second best safety in this class.
Could we see them take a shot at like a Ty Simpson here?
No.
Is that anywhere in the possibility?
No, because they have Kyler
They
Murray.
have
JJ
9.
McCarthy is going to be.
Oh, they did get Kyler Murray. That's on me.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's here.
I think Dylan. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. That's true.
Dylan Thieneman. As an Oregon
All right.
State fan, I watched a lot of Oregon football.
Call me
Dylan
crazy. I
Thieneman
think
very
this is
good.
where Kenyon City goes.
And that's not crazy at all.
I think this is
I have
where
Kenyon.
Yeah,
I
I
think
could
this is
agree.
where Kenyon City goes, where he can
Athletic freak, by the
where
way.
you can see genuine where you can see genuine targets.
This is
even
my-
while
this is
splitting
where
it
I
with
have
the,
Kenyon
even while
Sadiq.
splitting it with the rookie of the year and a young team who's competing for the NFC South. I think this is where.
I think he could be like a Kyle Pitts though, but he does have a really high ceiling.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts, but good.
You know, I have Sadiq there. Bryce Young throwing to Ted McMillan and Kenyon Sadiq,
Yeah.
especially in a rather weak division. No offense to the Bucks. The Panthers could be
It's the
scary
weakest
next
division
year.
in the NFL. Let's be real. For a second. Cowboys.
AFC North.
We had them taking Caleb Downs
Panthers
at
are good.
12.
The Bears are good too. Or AFC North.
We had them taking Caleb Downs at 12. I think this is either an edge rusher or an offensive lineman.
I honestly like. You call me crazy. I like Colton Hood here from Tennessee. I think
I don't hate that at all.
I think Colton Hood is going to be really underrated in this draft. What'd you say to me?
I think,
Boy.
me personally,
What did you say,
I
boy?
think this is where
Shout
I
out-
had Akeem Mesidor.
Shout out to Stanley behind the camera that has not watched a lick of football in his entire life.
Shout
but
out to
he's talking about
Stanley,
it.
who has been doom scrolling this entire time behind the camera, but you just can't see it.
He's British, by the way.
He is
Excuses.
British.
I like Colton
Excuses
Hood. Are we going
sins.
Colton Hood?
I think Colton Hood's really good here.
I'm okay with Colton Hood.
Steelers.
Steelers is if anyone says Ty Simpson, I will freak out.
I think it's Ty Simpson.
Not Ty
No.
Simpson.
This is
If
Olathe
you have to
Northwest.
understand, you have to
I don't know how
understand.
to
If
say his
Ty
name.
Simpson doesn't go here, who's trading back to get him? The Jets are they gonna trade more draft capital? No, not gonna trade more draft capital. If the Jets or the Steelers don't take him, he'll be available in the second round.
This is Olathe
Because
Vega
no one
Ione.
else on this list needs a quarterback. So he'll be
Olathe
available for the second
Vega.
round. So if they're gonna trade up to get him, why wouldn't they trade up in like the second round to get him?
Yeah.
They don't have to give up crazy. They don't have to
But
give
I
up
feel
a
like
crazy haul to get him.
teams sometimes just jump on quarterbacks. Like look at Kenny Pickett a few
Yeah,
years
they
ago.
can jump on him in the second round because if they're
Ty Simpson
smart,
should
they'd
not be a
realize
first
that if Ty Simpson doesn't go here, he doesn't go in the first round.
But we all remember Kenny Pickett. Like
Yes, we remember it. Can we
Yeah,
make
but
this
that
pick,
was
that
guys?
should never have been a first round pick.
Yes, but that
we
was like the
know.
only quarterback in a bad class with a team who needed it more.
This
than you
class
could
has one quarterback
imagine.
that's going to be off of the one. Like it's.
I have Olathe Vega Ione. I think that's how you say it. The offensive guard out of Penn State.
The Penn State dude.
The Penn State guy, very
Yep.
talented. The Steelers definitely need some interior line help. Not at center because Zach Frazier's good, but like, do you really want Isaac Sayamalo being your starting guard this season?
The long hair.
No, you don't. Oregon State legend Isaac Sayamalo. I will shout out.
Wrap it up.
Chargers.
Chargers is
Chargers?
Keldrick Falk.
If-
Imagine training Keldrick Falk under Khalil Mack for a year.
I think this has to be offensive line. We saw how awful their
Yes,
line was
but I
last
think
year.
we also saw that in random portions because
Also,
the
Joe
offensive
Alt's
line was
coming back.
so incredibly banged up.
Yeah, they got a lot of
They
injury.
were so hurt that they were relying on like second, third string
Wrap
guys.
it up.
Stanley, no one's talking to you.
But I don't
Hey, class is almost over.
I don't think they need offensive tackle here because they have Slater and Joe Alt.
I feel like we've seen lots of offensive linemen go in like the second round.
There's
and still
no
be
way they
plug
don't
and
go
play
Keldrick
starters.
I think this
They go
is
Keldrick.
Keldrick
I think they
too.
go Keldrick Falk.
Eagles.
Eagles,
This is
I
just-
can see a receiver here.
Yeah, because I think they're going to get rid of AJ Brown.
I think they're going to lose A.J. Brown, and Jahan Dotson isn't exactly an ideal wide receiver 3. This is where I had Casey Concepcion go.
I think
Yeah.
this is Ty Simpson, but whatever.
You have 1 minute.
Browns.
Shut it. January.
Browns, this
Monroe
has to be.
Feeling.
Wait, who did
Caden
the Browns
Proctor,
have the
Loki.
first one? Did they
Monroe
have
Freeling.
Carnell Tate?
No, they had Sonny Stout. Oh,
Carnell
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 Tate.
Tate.
Then this is Monroe Freeling.
Yep.
This is Monroe Freeling.
Monroe Freeling.
And there's not much really to say about
Stud
that.
tackle out of Georgia.
Bears. All right.
This is
I
where
think this is where Caleb Banks go.
Nah, Caden
I know
McDonald.
I
he's
had Caden
second
McDonald.
Caden McDonald.
I think Caleb Banks.
I think this is where D tackle goes. I think it's between Caden McDonald and Caleb Banks. I personally just had Caden McDonald. Caleb Banks should be an early second rounder, but I have Caden McDonald here.
Bills.
I like.
Oh, this is Omar Cooper. I think this is Omar
Yeah,
Cooper.
I'm gonna be
territory.
honest.
Receiver.
I had Jacob Rodriguez here.
I think C.J. Allen's gonna go before him anyways.
Probably. I think this is just interior linebacker. Matt Milano is really old. and they
49ers
don't have
take
much behind.
Caden Proctor. I don't.
Yeah.
And just kind of best tackle available.
Offensive line.
Wrap it up, bro.
The Texans take.
Christian Miller.
Texans
That's
has to
fine. I'll
be
take Christian Miller.
O-line, I think, or
No, I
D
don't-
tackle.
There's not any good guards in this. I think this is Christian Miller.
I like Christian Miller here. Honestly, I would take Caleb
Blake
Banks over
Miller
him,
to the Chiefs.
though. No.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs.
This is Brandon Cisse.